Good evening and welcome to Las Vegas, a city that was incorporated in 1911. As we look at the Hoover Dam and the Lake Mead that flows through the dam and into the Colorado River. And one of the many tourist attractions, the Las Vegas Strip and the fountain show in the distance, lighting up the city of Las Vegas. We are over at the Orleans Arena. A lovely setup here for the 361 World Men's Curling Championship 2018. Our feature game here in session 17, Switzerland taking on Japan. Playoff positioning is important. I am Luke Coley, Kenny Edwards joining me here this evening for four sessions remaining. Teams trying to finish out round robin, get into the playoff picture. Teams making their way out. Japan had a big win earlier today, but really not likely in the playoffs. Well, Switzerland trying to get themselves into a playoff scenario. And there's the Swiss team that started the week slow, but is building and building. They started 0-3. They come in. Let's meet that team. Switzerland, their lead, Simon Gempler. Their second, Rafael Merki. The third for Switzerland, Enrico Pfister. And the skip, Mark Pfister. This Swiss championship squad. They will take on Japan. Their lead, Yutaka Aoyama. Second, Koji Nisato. Their skip, who throws third stones, Masaki Awai. And their fourth stone thrower, the youngster, Go Aoki. And let's look at the standings. Three teams have qualified for the playoffs. Sweden, Canada, and Scotland positioning still to be determined. Norway right behind. Then at 6-4, Russia, Switzerland at 5-4. Then Korea 5-5. Netherlands, USA 3-6. Then China, Italy, Japan all at 3-7. Germany 1-9, rounding out the 13-team field. It's the last session here on a Thursday night. Let's look at the matchups. Canada taking on the USA, all in North American there. Sheet B, Netherlands taking on Norway. Sheet C, it is Russia taking on Scotland. Both teams vie to get in the playoffs. Well, our game is on Sheet D. Switzerland needs to continue to win against Japan. And Kenny, this Swiss team has been up and down throughout the week.
Yeah, for sure. They started off really badly, and then they got on a run of 4 wins straight. And just feel if they could just cut out a couple of little mistakes, they would turn the corner and look to be very difficult to beat. Mark Pfister, the skip, is very much a confidence player. If he starts the game well, expect to be in for a really good game.
And they do start. They won the draw shot challenge, so they have the hammer. It's already a good start for that team. As the fans are flocking in. A new set of people, a crew of fans have come in for the final weekend. Take in all the sights and sounds of Las Vegas and the curling action here. It's been an outstanding event so far. We haven't got to the playoffs yet. Get to the playoffs, anything can happen. It's all sudden death.
Yeah, for sure. Back to the event here in Las Vegas. It's been fantastic. Just everyone has a buzz around them, around the arena. The patch has been well supported. All the fans mixing in together, having fun.
We'll see lots of the Hop Swiss tonight. Of course, lots of other cheers. The Canadian side in action. Lots of Canadian fans coming down, and they're taking on the U.S., so I'm sure we'll hear lots of cheers and keep you up to date with all the games. You see the stone colors, Switzerland with red, Japan with the yellow. And Japan continues to mix up their lineup. They're a very young squad. Trying to build, get some experience. Big win over Germany today as we see Yutaka Aoyama. Of course, last team in the field, they lose that automatic berth for that region into the Worlds next season. And so sitting 2 games ahead of Germany, who sit in that 13th place.
Oh, interesting call from Japan. That tells me they're brimming with confidence, because earlier in the week they would have called that one right in on top of the forefoot and tried to play a clean first end.
Simon Gempler, and they are coming right off a win. They had a win this afternoon, so exactly to that point, Kenny, that let's go right after him right now. The Swiss played earlier today, didn't play this afternoon, so let's try and carry the momentum from an afternoon win. Well, it doesn't get buried. Room to get at that one.
Well, doesn't quite make the roll underneath. It's covered inside edge though, so they're going to have to drop the weight.
Simon playing in his third World Championship, played in 2013, 2016.
Pushes the yellow through, the red is not going to hang around.
And tries to spin back, but it'll be just out. Koji Nisato comes in, didn't play this afternoon, comes in, plays the second position. Just his second game at the second position this week.
Yeah, it's something that a few of the teams have done here is rotate their front ends. I'm not sure I'm in favour with it, but it seems to work for them. Germany is another team that they rotate the front end. So, if it works for you, you've got to go with it.
Some teams have found that works, keeping you fresh, especially in back-to-back games. Switzerland, this has been their team throughout. Rafael Merki, the 25-year-old. Just trying to open the front up here, as Switzerland does have the hammer. I'm actually seeing the German side rotate. Everyone has been in and out of a game. Manuel Walter was out this afternoon, didn't play. We saw Alexander Bowman not play a game. So some teams doing different things. I think with this Japanese team, we see Nisato in there, is they're mixing it up. This is a young team. They're trying to get them all in experience here, as that one misses everything. So a little bit of a corner guard.
Yeah, corner guard with some backing as well.
Here's the rules of play for round robin. 6 ends must be played. 38 minutes of thinking time for each team, and 1 60-second timeout. Well, that one a little surprising. It ends up well short of the guard trying to come around it.
So pulls up short. That will allow AY to draw the open side.
Well, just keeping play away, doesn't want to get in behind. the corner guard and just keep play there.
Does have to be a little careful, doesn't want to run this back onto the yellow. It's just in behind. Just having a look at it now.
Well, Enrico Pfister, the brother duo on the back end, the younger of the two brothers. Does make the big roll, but it's just one stone in the rings. Sure, Switzerland won't mind blanking this first end.
No, for sure. And as we see the bench there of this young Japanese side, I'm sure they're happy with the performance here at the World Championships. 3 wins for them. Anything more is an absolute bonus.
Hit and we'll roll out. So another opportunity to use those two corner guards. All right, in behind goes and uses that backing. So a line of those 4 red stones on the left of your picture.
Yeah, so from nothing, Switzerland have just turned the screw a little bit and put a bit of pressure on this young Japanese skip.
'18-year-old Go Aoki. Playing Germany earlier today was Go Aoki was actually younger, or wasn't even born when Daniel Herberg played in his first World Championship.
He makes a nice corner freeze. Simon Gempler, the vice skip, throws the lead stones, but will hold the broom. As I said earlier, I think it's really important for Mark Pfister to get off to a good start. If you see a couple of slack shots early, you may see Japan be able to turn the tables and put a bit of pressure on Mark. Wears his heart on his sleeve.
Try to go right down to it. Hold the line. It's very close.
Don't know if they are sitting shot though. That did finish really hard at the end.
White there, just perfect. It's just a matter of whether or not it overcurled.
I'm looking at that. It must be the red stone, they believe. because if it was the yellow, you just throw the other side.
So the corner frees back now. Expect Go to be real close on this one. He just threw this path.
Has he got the weight? This one is moving very aggressively.
It's gonna over curl the line that they needed. And now it's Switzerland's turn to take a look. Do you draw for your one and see what it is, or do you draw down and try and tap it to make sure?
I think it's worth to come down and try and catch the edge of the yellow. Just throw this back 8 weight, or maybe even just T weight and let your sweepers drag it down.
So similar weight he just threw on his last, and just touch it. Well, that's maybe a case of the inexperience. Go Aoki. He just thrown that one. He knew he had some backing. Go down to it, and he throws it a little bit light. Final stone here. Mark Pfister.
This one looks very close to being made.
Wants to just touch that yellow one.
What a shot.
Just touch it. Look at that. Great touch from Mark Pfister to score 2 in this first end. So Switzerland will lead Japan 2-0 after 1 end of play here in Las Vegas.
De eerste shock, de linie naar Brühl is de volgas, is toch net passeren. Wel, in het speel kan zich heel lang met volgas. Ja, volgas. Nu is het echt heel volgas. Ja, niet niks. Well, we're back inside the Orleans Arena. Switzerland leading 2-0 over Japan. Japan comes in 3-7, Switzerland 5-4. Really controls how their playoffs potentially will come about. 3 games remaining here against Japan. They get Scotland, the US. They win out there in the playoffs.
Could win 2 of those and probably be in.
8から9でいいかな。いいよ。ちょっと入って。
Yeah, Switzerland very much still in with a shout of making the playoffs, all in their own hands.
Japan, a 3-7 record, will not be looking at the playoffs here, but trying to finish playing well, take some positives away from it, the experience they've gotten here. That's their first real international event of any type, no Pacific Asian Championship, even nothing really on the tour, mostly in Japan, and now get this opportunity. It's the fact that you come in and you're at 3-7 and an 18-year-old last stone thrower is pretty impressive.
Absolutely, Luke. In fact, I've never played any of these teams on the tour before the World Championships, so he didn't really know what he was up against when he came in here.
Sometimes that's maybe better. You just go in and you got nothing to lose. A couple of guards in play. The stone in the house is open. Aoyama get right through, try and make a little hit and roll. Well, through the hole, make the hit. Now the roll to the wing. Still available though for Switzerland.
Markey trying to hit and roll off this one. And another good shot, but doesn't quite get in behind. Nisato for Japan.
Trying to go back and forth, one to the corner, one behind the center.
Nice shot.
Rolls maybe a little too far out to the outside. See the Japanese bench and their coach playing camera shy, JD Lind. Ah, there you go, JD.
He has been coaching Japan for a number of years now. Got into coaching fairly young.
Yeah, he started actually, he won a World Junior title and then coached the team to a World Junior title, Charlie Thomas. But hasn't done a lot, had a lot of time to work with this team, and more so with Morizumi, and on the women's side, Satsuki Fujisawa. Nice little hit and roll by Markey. There's the Swiss bench and Swiss coach Robert Hurleman. Hurleman, a familiar name in the curling world, curling circuit.
Sato did elect just to come around and follow, to try and get after that red, but that was way inside. Big mistake. Can't really afford to make too many of them, or this Swiss side will punish you.
Linie ist gut! Linie ist gut! Nochmal lang schauen! Bis 3! Nein, ist gut, ja!
Trying to close that port. Can you draw down?
There may still be a shot there. It's very tight though.
Well, do they have enough to try and get through there? They're just going to play wait to try and open this situation up.
Well, just sticks that one right on the nose. Lots of noise in the arena this evening.
Hand signals will be important. This will be interesting to see the Japanese side and how they go about things in dealing with. They haven't been in environments like this before, so hand signals will be important. We're seeing it from the Swiss right now. Look at the crowd, of course, getting lots of cheering back and forth, and Canada-USA game going on and the rivalry between those two countries, and making a lot of noise here in the building.
Absolutely. It's going to be tough for the players out there, especially this young Japanese side. They'll never have played in an environment like this.
Some dressed up, some wearing hockey jerseys. We got a couple of minions. If we need some work done, we'll go get them. Yeah, it'll be interesting to see if you see one of the Japanese players, or even the Swiss team for that matter, in the middle of a delivery, if there's a shot in the other games going on, how they react. And it's always the question. So different from other sports because there's 4 games at once going on, and all eyes aren't on every single one. They're on one or the other. A long discussion here for Japan. Iwai now trying to play this in turn around the center line guard.
This one beginning to move. Have they got it past the top red? Great sweep if they have. Well,
try and keep it going as far as possible. Look at that sweep. Misato Aoyama went almost end to end on that one. Perfectly buried. Full marks on them on that one for the Japanese front end.
Yeah, all Switzerland can do is probably just corner freeze this round the in turn. Mark Pfister. I've seen him make a delicate tap in the first end for 2 points. This one's pulling up short.
Okay.
As that one sits, we'll take a look. Canada, USA, talked about it already, and it is Greg Persinger, four-stone thrower for Team USA, trying to angle a second one in. A lot of stones in play early on in that game. Canada 8-1, USA 3-6. And they don't like it. They won't touch that one, and they look all around on the button. It's a single point for the USA against Canada over on sheet A.
What do you think it is? I think we got it, but I don't know.
I hope we got it.
Well, you were wrong last game.
Go Aoki, trying to get around this wide stone. They're past it, but I don't know if they'll get down in for second shot.
Wow, it just, that went a lot further than I thought. It was looking top 12 foot.
Kann ja nicht weit rechts treffen. Ja. Und mehr als 2 kann es nicht geben, oder?
Dan komt er daar niet her. Moest er eigenlijk skiën, maar dat is uit.
Ich würde nicht zu schnell, ich würde das 8.
Nas.
8 Nase.
In, out.
So gut ist, du kannst nicht zu weit los.
Switzerland electing to drive that centre guard back into the pocket.
Look over at Netherlands, Norway. Trying to raise that one in.
Yeah. Yep, hard. Hard to it, hard. Alles hard. Yep. Hard. Hard.
Does have the hammer here against Norway, trying to get by the front. Just grazes that guard.
Yeah, that was a run double for two, possibly 3.
Yeah, that's a tough one to miss that way. You get by, you're going to be real close to it. So a single for the Netherlands, who actually knocked off Switzerland earlier. Trying to play spoiler, but still an outside chance with just 6 losses. They'll have to win their last 3.
Well, Mark Pfister inside with this one, but the Sweepers have done a great job of holding that.
Rolls right frozen on that Japanese stone, but leaves that draw path open now for Japan to score 2 back. So final stone here, Go Aoki. Wants to make this one in the 4 foot to score 2. Well, realizing he might be light getting on this one early.
Well, they've swept it too early. Well, they haven't.
Trying to give this one a chance. They just barely got past that corner guard. Not quite enough, and it's only 1. So a missed opportunity there for Japan. Only the single point. We are through 2 ends of play. Switzerland 2, Japan 1. Well, good evening wherever you're watching from, or good morning, good afternoon, whatever time of day. Hopefully you're tuning in here. Switzerland, Japan. We're in Las Vegas on a Thursday night. The 3-6-1 World Men's Curling Championship. Kenny Edwards with myself, Luke Coley, as we have Switzerland, Japan. And Switzerland has the hammer for the second time. They scored a deuce in the first. Japan, we'll see if that point comes back to bite them, not being able to get the second in the second.
Switzerland just ignoring the yellow stone that has been played into the forefoot. They're going to try and score multiple points, going with the corner guard.
That's how they did it in the first end. Wasn't really the corner guard to start the end, but 2 around the corner is how they scored it.
Centre guard played, protects the yellow already in play.
Slide over Netherlands against Norway. We saw Jaap van Dorp just narrowly touch the guard. Here, Stefan Volstad. Quiet weight hit, trying to remove that one from the forefoot. They also come in with 4 losses, trying to get by that guard. And they will tap that one back enough to get their single point. So they're all square. Netherlands, Norway, 1-1 over on sheet B.
Well, this one's just over curled. Get second prize though. The run down in behind the corner. The Sato electing to chase it. I'd like to have maybe seen them go around the centre.
And here they'll catch the guard, their own in the rings. Go chasing and miss on the guard.
Not having a great start to his game.
I'll slide over Canada, USA, and it is Canada's second shot. US one on the side of the forefoot. Needs a hit for 2 for Brad Gushue. Canadian skip coming in 8-1 as the reigning world champion. Just clean this one up to make the hit and score there too. So 2-1 Canada leads against the US in that all North American battle on sheet A.
Markey trying to hit and stay out wide. This one's running a little straight. Is it going to hang on? Oh, it just nicks the outside of the 12-foot.
Just hangs on and Everything else wide open in the rings. Switzerland keeps their 2 in order right now. Right now Japan hitting this, but we're gonna have to do something, otherwise looking like they're gonna give up 2 in the end.
Yeah, just maybe playing a little bit cautious.
Okay.
Look over Russia, Scotland. Scotland has one right on the button. Scotland leading 1-0, and Russia needs to put this one T-line. Alexei Timoviv. Klimov, Razabov trying to sweep this one, judge it perfectly, put it right on the T-line. Now just need this one to stop in the button. It'll slide just a little deep, and it is a steal of 1, so 2-0. Scotland leading. Scotland 8-1. Russia is a 5-4 record. So Russia, Norway, and Switzerland all at 4 losses. Norway, though, has played 1 more game. They're at 6-4.
Maybe Japan just trying to work this stone up the house a little bit and then wait for the roll in behind.
Just trying to get this to curl to try and come up and stay in the 8 foot, but a roll to the 12 as we look all the other scores. Canada, as we showed you, up 2-1 over the States in the 3rd. Netherlands, Norway all square at 1. Scotland 2-0 over Russia. And of course, we're on sheet D. Switzerland leading Japan 2-1. Switzerland trying to keep playing these hit and sticks in order to try and keep the deuce in order.
Going hard on the sweep this time. Is this one going to hang around? Hits, rolls out of play. So the mistake that Japan were waiting for, they have got.
Now they have a decision. Do you go around the center, or do you hit the one biting the edge of the 12 foot? I kind of don't mind just going around the center line guard, trying to force the issue a bit.
Well, they are going to go for the hit and roll. The problem with the hit and roll is you're going to roll behind T. So someone could just come down and freeze you after that.
Big weight. Just a little roll in. So just 1 stone in the rings here. This 3rd end to play. See Simon Gempler holding the broom in the house. Mark Pfister got off to a great start, making 2 nice shots with his stones. got a force in the second after the miss by Go Aoki.
Well, this one's certainly inside. They're right behind this, and they're having to sweep it. But he's made a perfect roll.
Makes the roll, but probably didn't want to. It allows for this in-turn draw now for Aoki. You see the hog-to-hog time. They try to sweep it to get the curl, but they also didn't want to go too much that it goes past.
Is there a shot for two? Can you get to the nose of that? I think you can, just at back 8 route. Wait.
I think there is a chance. You could probably see half, maybe even 2/3.
Yeah, I think you'll see 2/3. So like we say, we're right in behind this sheet.
Give this one a good aggressive go. Sometimes teams are real cautious. They hang it out. If you chip on the guard, it's no harm. You're not going to chip that one in and give up a steal of 2.
Yeah, it's worth a bit of a gamble.
The only way you'll make it is if you get it close to that guard. So Mark Pfister, final shot here of this third end.
I'm saying this one's a little heavy. It's hack weight. This is very close. Very, very close.
Oh, this looks real nice. Come down across the face, tap it for 2. Mark Pfister, he's used that hammer effectively so far. 2 deuces. We are through 3 ends, and Switzerland leads 4-1.
Als contact klikker altijd steeds. Ja, maar ik voel het in de retard rood. Ja, maar dat is als eerst toch? Ja, Victor rood. Ja, ja. Ja, zeker moet het dan. Is dat samen? Ah, get that. Sorry. Ah, okay. さ、後ろに置いといて。手汗やばくて気持ち悪いな。コンマ5くらい上げたね。1秒。コンマ5でいいかな。5でいい？ OK。全体的に重たいからね。そうだね。ちょっと早めでいこう全部バンパーとかドローンとか気持ち早めでね。そんなに来てないから。ラインもめちゃくちゃだからね。普通にやれば割といける。分かった。
Look overhead. Switzerland, Japan, our feature game. We are in Las Vegas, Nevada, USA, the entertainment capital of the world. And why not bring the World Curling Championship here? It's a good mix of entertainment and sport. Curlers all enjoy it, and obviously the fact that it's nice and warm out. Curlers can get out of their curling attire and go into shorts and sandals and go sit by the pool. Some have a chance to actually go do a little bit of gambling, maybe play some cards at night to get their mind off the curling. Some can. Obviously, a couple members of this Japanese team aren't of age. As you see, Yutaka Aoyama, 85% on the tournament.
It's Japan having to go chasing now, trailing by 3. I think the key to this is Nisato, the second player for Japan, hasn't started very well in this game.
Now he's missed both of his draws. Just below 50% on his hits, so. Well, good come around there by Switzerland. They're really putting the pressure on Japan. So we'll look in. Speaking of putting the pressure, it's Norway lying 2. And Jaap van Dorp must make the hit and stick to score a single point. Trying to keep their hopes alive and play spoiler. They have to win out. Obviously a win over Norway, a team ahead of them, would help their positioning. They're trying to will this stone to curl up. It doesn't, and it's going to be a steal of 1. So Norway takes a 2-1 lead in that game. Meanwhile, a nice stone from Aoyama.
Ist ein bisschen blöd, die Karte musst du so weit draussen setzen hier, weißt du? Ja. Okay. Mach dann 6 Minuten falsch.
Rafael Mericki, 79% here at this championship. Trying to peel that corner guard off, bring play to the center. Koji Nisato, 81% on the tournament.
Well, not shooting anywhere near that in this game, but has the ability to shoot some good numbers.
Yeah, and some of those numbers he did play at the lead position. This is his second game at second. Another miss by Nisato. Rafael Mericki. Trying to keep this one going, get it over at least. But it won't. It'll be a hog stone. Trying to put the guard up, comes up well short.
Yeah, no real excuse for that one. It's a big, big mistake.
So now time for Nisato to make a big one as we'll look in on that Canada-USA game. It is shot stone, top of the 4-foot. Gushu just got one in there with a little tap for Team Canada. Now Greg Persinger.
Try to pick. Play the pick. If you just miss it, you get the back. Pen away.
Want normal? Normal?
Thinking a couple shots in their mind in that Canada-USA game. Changed. They were going to try and hit and roll off the back one. Say, well, let's pick the top one. If we end up missing it, we hit the back.
Slow. Slow or close. Yep. Colin. Go. Go.
Well, they want to try and pick that top one out to score their one. And just like that, they will pick it out.
Great shot. One.
They'll take a look and make sure it is 1 for the USA. So all square, 2-2. Another one trying to get this one over as a long guard, barely making it over the hog line. Nisato missed another draw, coming up short.
Maybe the ice conditions are a little bit different this evening, just with the amount of crowd and the people, the warmth in the arena.
Especially that is the side closest to the fans. So maybe a little bit of frost. Well, they're always trying to learn. So you see the lineup, sometimes you see a lot of discussion there.
Well, looking to try and open something up. Is this too late in the end, though?
That's the big question. Is see the numbers, 77% for Hawaii. Trying to get a couple here, and we'll just peel that long guard off. So still, Switzerland lying one right on the button.
Maar dan moest er weinig ries gaan. Geef me een weinig ries. Weinig ries. Als eerst moet je zacht of zo te blijven. Dat moet mindestens half abgehen. Das ist aber das ist nicht gezwungen. Du bist lieber weiter draussen, lieber so als so. Also. Gut. Speel nog half links. Slightly länger als leiden.
Another guard is being asked for. Enrico Pfister, 81%. As a third player, that's some steady numbers.
He was right in the middle of the pack at that 81%. Well, it took a few down that path, but I think a little more consistent speed on that in-turn side coming to the home end. I don't know. Try another double peel, try and go red to the yellow on the left.
Yeah, just catch around 7/8 maybe and drive it back onto the yellow, onto the red. You might even take the red in the house if you get lucky. It's no real disaster if you pick your own yellow. Very important shot. Can't afford to give up a steal in this fourth end to go further down.
Yeah. Even if you score one, it's a 4-2 game. You can try and get it going after. But Japan has had trouble generating offense in some of these games that they've played. Trying to get a couple, and again, just removes the one.
Yeah, he was inside on that one.
There's trouble when you're trying to chase and make that bail shot and you're only getting single peels.
Also schauen, dass nicht der Winkel eingestellt ist, wenn drankommt. Gempi, falls lang wäre und drankommt, musst du unbedingt schauen, dass versetzt ist, gell? Ja, wir schauen, das ist selber. Ich komme mir selber wischen. 80 blank, oder? Ja.
We'll do one more guard and see what they do, and then in your last, you'd play another one in behind or just guard it up again if the double peel's not made. I'm not sure what Go Aoki would have.
I think you throw the guard again. You go in, you might leave a slash double or something like that to give up one. You're pretty much guaranteed stealing one at the moment. It's okay there. Very good shot.
Which one can you slash? Try and go after one or the other. Try and move a couple around. There's one thing we've seen from Go Aoki. He's come out with some remarkable bail shots and circus shots. I'd love to come up with one right now.
Yeah, I think he needs one. Look.
73% on the tournament here for Go Aoki. Now watch him fly. Go right back onto it. Look at that.
Great shot.
I'm not even sure how you call it. The raise, redirect, double takeout. Couldn't have had that work out better for him. A little rub off that second one, just as we drew it up. Well, you wouldn't know the score. You know, you see a smile on his face a lot of the time, whether you're up 4-1, down 4-1.
I'm looking at the thin double on this one. That is very thin. You run the risk of running right through the middle of them.
It's basically trying to redirect off that one.
Make sure of giving up or removing one of the yellows would be the key.
I think if you're playing the double, you try and play the slash double.
Oh, he's dropped away. He's actually just going to play a nose hit. Hold the shooter in on top. He's playing the scoreboard with this call.
Hits the top one, rolls aside, so a chance here.
So it's a bit of maturity. Doesn't want to give up a silly three at this point in the game.
Well, this went from almost a sure steal of one to a deuce. This is better than a skip's deuce.
Yeah.
This was a magic show for Go Aoki, making the red one disappear. Now drawing for a second point. Was short 2 ends ago.
Go Aoki throws this one right in on top of the other yellow.
Very nice. Go Aoki pulls that one out to get a deuce, and it's a 1-point game. Switzerland, Japan after 4.
Defensive 2 Unit, oder?
Ja, so schnell, wäre sehr gut. Ja. Wenn man das abgekleidet hat, wird die Pflege schwer gelaufen, so wie man nicht drauf.
Vor allem bricht diese Karte so.
Ja, wie man nicht wählen, wäre der eigentlich was, wäre er auch so gelegen.
Ja, aber er hat einige Seiten raus müssen.
Er ist schon gerade gekommen davor. Ja, Nase ist schon abgestellt.
Vor allem, das sieht noch so aus, als du den Doppel nicht machen kannst. Also ja, möglich schon.
Drittel, das kann.
Well, the bright lights on all the time here in Las Vegas and on inside the Orleans Arena. The 361 World Men's Curling Championship 2018. Our feature game in session 17, Switzerland, Japan. And that was a show put on by Go Aoki in that 4th end. Just a ridiculous run back that even he couldn't have imagined to hit the way he did.
Yeah, for sure. Look, it was a bit of a hit and hope shot. If it worked out for him, great. And then on the other hand, if it opened itself up to create something with his last.
That first one goes in the rings here in this end, and quickly asking Simon Gempler, play the hit. How does a team like Switzerland respond after looks like you're going to get 2? Could say, you said it was a hit and hope. Didn't line up the, not really a shot that Japan called. It worked out. They knew they had a chance, but not to make it that way.
I think if you're Switzerland, you just look around and go, we're leading 4-3. We've got the last stone. Even if you did give up your 2 in the 4th, it's no great disaster. They've had a good start to the game, Switzerland.
So the first stone in the end went in, hit roll out. Japan seems content to draw in, keep it a little simpler. Have some struggles at parts in their lineup. So we'll look over Netherlands and Norway. Norway's at 1 on the side, but there's that red just out in front. Chance to play the split for 2. Good opportunity to try and get a deuce. Yeah, Van Dorp.
Yep. Hard line. Yep.
These are tough because you want to throw enough weight to move it in, but enough that if you miss it, you still get the 1.
Yep. Okay.
And it'll overcurl, so they'll just get their 1, tap it in. Not quite enough weight thrown for Van Dorp. 2-2 after 4 ends there.
something we've not seen in the game so far is a clean end. So 5th end, not many stones in play at all, just one yellow, just biting the edge of the forefoot.
Trying to hold this one tight out of the hand. Great sweep. Gempler to hold that one for Markey.
And Japan will just throw another one up into the house. Won't want this shot because then Switzerland might just decide to come around it.
So top part of the rings will slide over to USA Canada. USA line 1 on the button. Try and run that red back. Yeah, if you catch the yellow, make that double, stick it. It's a chance at 3. Moment that rock, the last rock came down for Persinger, Gushu put the broom down and was sliding down, knowing he was playing this run back.
Yep. Hard. Gotta go. Hard, buddy. Whoa.
Well, doesn't like it right away. We'll run it back the other way across the top. Won't catch anything. Not the best one from Brad Gushu. And it's a 3-2 U.S. lead now after that steal. That'll get the USA chance going here at the Orleans Arena. Hard game. Japan rolls a little bit out.
This gives Switzerland a chance just to find their draw away. Enrico Pfister, the 3rd player.
Voor de 4 lijn moet je zo, als je ze plaats nummer moet. Ja. Linie staat goed. Trillo. Johnny.
Well, let's look over at Russia trying to get on the board, facing 3 Scottish stones. Unable to really mount any offense. Alexei Timofeev looking to hit and stick.
Whoa, Lecce. Zip.
And nicely done by the Russian side. They're on the board 3-1. So both those teams, Scotland actually already has clinched a playoff spot. Russia hasn't clinched yet. They have 3 games remaining here against Scotland. Come in at a 5-4 record. They'll play Netherlands and Korea tomorrow. There's a look at those standings, those 3-1 loss teams. Of course, Canada, Sweden will play tomorrow morning. That's a big one to determine one of those probably into the 1 and 2 straight to the semis. Then all those 4 loss teams, including the Swiss team, Russia, and Norway. With Korea sitting at 5-5 with a bye here this evening. It's an interesting spot for that Korean team. Started well, then had a blip, then came back and sort of had one of those roller coaster weeks so far, like Switzerland.
Yeah, Switzerland really didn't get off to a good start, but then found their form and were playing some good stuff. But again, they just went off the boil a little bit. They fell to the Netherlands, which was a big surprise this morning.
Yeah, it's a game where if you end up in a tie and just on the outside looking in, it's one you're like, I wish we could have had that one back.
60.
Yep.
Switzerland continue trying to freeze this wide red.
Just trying to make that hit, maybe get a little mistake out of Japan and a cheap deuce. Real nice draw there. It's nice being able to throw the draws too, keep a good feel for what draw weight is. Forcing Japan to play these hits and playing it this way that they're going to roll out. And if you roll out here, then that's just a free throw through. Well, not overall, just out.
Yeah, nearly so good.
But it's one you don't want to flirt with touching that back one and jamming it. So this will lead us into the fifth end break. Switzerland will throw this one through. And no problem there, so it will remain a 4-3 game. Halfway through, Switzerland needs to keep on winning, try and make it into the playoffs. Well, first end and a great start here for Switzerland. Play around the corner guard and Mark Pfister. Out-turn tap. Just want to move this one ever so slightly. Secure your two. And very nice for Mark Pfister. Third end opportunity. Not an easy shot, but got to play the in-turn, cross the face, get by the guard. Just tap that one back, avoid the jam, and there's another deuce for Switzerland. Fourth end. Not much more to say other than ridiculous. This is the situation. That one top of the button. Go Aoki. Go run this red off the yellows, spin it back, and stick it to lie 1-2. Yeah, all smiles there. That led after a hit by Switzerland, and a free draw here to the 8-foot. Go Aoki to score 2 and cut into that lead. And with a little work, no problem there. They'll take it right into the 8-foot. And it'll be the deuce for Japan. 4-3 is where we stand after 5. The other scores, USA with that steal lead 3-2 over Canada. Netherlands, Norway 2-2. Scotland a 3-1 lead over Russia. And a 4-3 lead, as we showed you in our feature game on sheet D.
Machen wir doch das noch 5 Ende lang.
Well, here's a look at the numbers, and everything leads to the Swiss, except it's a closer game than you may think. With a look at the numbers, 80 overall percent to 66 for Japan, 77 to 69 Swiss advantage, 84% to 61 in the hits, but the score 4-3 as we are through 5 ends of our feature game here in session 17. We are here at the Orleans Arena, part of the Orleans Hotel and Casino complex. Beautiful setup for a curling event. Hotel across 2-minute walk to get into the hotel, and restaurants, casino, entertainment. And of course, the curling here. There's also a pool patch. Lots of different things for different setup for some teams to have than they may never have been before. First time the Worlds have been here in Las Vegas. It's had 3 Continental Cups before, and they've been well attended and gone over well with the teams and obviously fans alike. So what do we expect to see here? A 4-3 game. Switzerland will have the hammer. Can Switzerland go hard to try and really take advantage of some mistakes from Japan now?
Yes, I feel they will, and I think they'll go pretty hard in this 6th end because they're scoring on the even ends. There are 3 even ends to score in, whereas there is 2 odd, the 7th and the 9th. So if you can score in each of them ends, you're going to look good for the victory.
That's become a real big thing as we see the numbers here. 98% for Yutaka Aoyama. Feel better earlier today was at 100, and he missed his 2 shots after we said he was curling well. So, center line guard. Time to come around that center.
Is voor de 4. Niet maken. Rico. Oh, nee, niet. Goed.
So 3-1 here. Russia, Scotland, trying to play thin double, hit and roll.
No.
Obviously, would love to be able to bring in those top 2 Yellowstones here for Bruce Mowat, and trying to sweep to get the curl. And they'll end up chipping off their own. Very fortunate that they still kill that redstone. It's a steal of 1 for Russia, so 3-2. After 5 ends of play. Well, a good pair there for Yutaka Aoyama. Right around.
Innen verzet proberen, gauw. Ja. Zo'n klap voorbij. Goed voorop. Wachten. Het voorop. Achter. Lang is goed. Rico.
Switzerland coming around this centre guard. Just trying to follow that yellow. Bounces off it.
Just a little bit of a bounce and an opening now. You said it earlier, Kenny. I think really need Koji Nisato to have a good second half if they want to have a comeback.
Yeah, they haven't had really too much out of him in this game so far.
Yeah, those numbers well below what he would expect. Right on the nose. Well, Kenny, we are here in the USA. They're hosting, but lots of Maple Leafs, and tonight lots of as well Stars and Stripes. Very loud crowd back and forth, and I'm sure you've heard it throughout. And events have been going on. USA, Let's Go Canada chants back and forth.
Yeah, it's been great support for both North American teams. I think most of the people have come in sort of today. Certainly this evening, it's a fairly well-packed arena.
Trading hits on this one. Switzerland, and there are a good contingent of Swiss fans that normally travel to the World Championship. I'm sure we'll hear the bell at some point.
Well, this one's well inside. He is not having a game to remember.
This is well, from bad to worse. We're seeing more Norway flag, and then the Newfoundland flag. Obviously, that's where the Canadian team from, on the east coast of Canada. A lot of different flags being waved around. That's one of the fun parts about the World Championship, is you see and get to meet people from all over the world.
Yeah, one thing about this event, it's in one venue, and the supporters can interact with the teams quite freely at this event.
There's some of the Swiss fans picking up on all the action. So it was the pick of that stone out by Switzerland. Able to just get rid of that one, rolling out of the rings though. Switzerland in a position to get their deuce. Well, they want to try and get the roll behind cover. Nothing doing, just right on the nose.
Yeah, Switzerland not being made to work hard for this too. Again, Nisato with a poor shot has set the chance up for Switzerland of scoring two.
Look at these numbers. Enrico Pfister, 93%. The problem, Nisato having a rough game, but it's not just the misses, but it's how he's missing.
Yeah.
Not making much of any of their shots. Oh, nose hit, getting closer and closer to that other stone in the house.
Yeah, an opportunity to hit and roll underneath.
Well, we'll take a look in Canada, USA, and a lot of stones in play again. It is 3 US stones in there.
For speed over here, it's just a little slower in that out-turn.
Brad will have to draw to the forefoot.
Still like 3 feet. Draw 3 feet more than draw the button. Yeah. Pretty good.
Yeah, key shot for Brad Gushue. Team USA have certainly turned up to play.
Yeah, they're giving Canada everything they can handle and then some. Steal in the last end.
Yep. Line's fine. It's good.
So they need to get this one into the forefoot. Facing 3, these are pressure shots from the skip and the world champion. As the crowd loves it, they get the single point, so it is 3-3 after 5 ends there. Switzerland got a little roll away, so it's a long roll to try and get in behind now for Japan to try and get out of this end. Switzerland trying to get their 3rd deuce of the game here. They haven't been that successful throughout the week in doing so. Go Aoki, and lots of rotation on this out-turn hit.
Have they made enough contact? Just hear that one spin the red out the side door.
Very fortunate.
Switzerland doing the sensible thing, drawing the open side. They could come around, but then Japan could follow them.
Yeah, you got your 2 set up. You already have the lead. Scoring a deuce here for the 3rd time be huge. Switzerland coming in was only at 25% in last stone efficiency, scoring multiple points with the hammer.
Dus maar even consequent vliegen. 65. Ja. Zeg het dat we sneller gaan. Is niet goed. Hingen 4. Hingen 4. Zeg eens, hingen 4. Hingen 4. Hingen 4. Tilo, hingen 4. Hingen 4. Hingen 4. Komt die harder. Ja, neem dan nog een. Neem dan nog een.
Well, just to the wide side. Switzerland lies 2. Slide over Netherlands, Norway 2-2. That stone in the top looking to come into play for Norway. Norway sitting at 6-4. Trying to position themselves and make a run in the playoffs after finishing 8th last year in Edmonton. Stefan Wallstedt back for the 2nd year in a row. Nose hit maybe a little to the inside, but doesn't matter. It's in there for 2 for Norway. 4-2 after 6 ends in that game. Well, Aoki trying to jump this one over, make that hit and roll. Makes a hit and roll, but all the way out.
Yeah, going to be a straightforward draw for Mark Pfister to score 2 in the 6th end. He hasn't had to do much to generate this either.
No, and I really like they stay with the same path they just threw. Some teams will be like, oh, I have the free draw. We'll go to the center. Here, just draw to the wing. Same path you just threw. There's no sense changing it up. Anytime you can throw 2 shots back to back are the same.
soft, oder? Ja. Vier-lijn.
Hingen 4.
Vier-lijn, hingen 4.
Uiteindelijk knoeien. Dat van Karel.
Rechts hingen 4, is
Ziet
goed.
er niet slecht uit.
Is goed.
Ziet goed uit. Botsen. 13-7 miste goed.
Well, just a light dusting from the Swiss guys. Brooms in the air. Yep, all good. There's the deuce. And the third one of the game for Switzerland. Being quite efficient with the hammer. It's a 6-3 game. Switzerland leads Japan. There's the hop Swiss.
Som elkaar.
Zo is dat soft, los.
Ja, mooi.
Dat is snel gezien, hoor.
Ja, dat is snel gezien.
Ja, dat is goed. Dus gezegd, is goed. Dat is slecht. 頭痛い。関西がうるさすぎて。まあね。ガヤガヤめっちゃしない。アメリカの方がさ、アベレージ高いね。どっかでスティールいるね。まあ78で取れば、まあ21で。まず2だね。しっかり。
Welcome back to our live coverage, the 361 World Men's Curling Championship 2018. Luke Coley here with Kenny Edwards. 6-3 the score. Switzerland's been solid with the hammer. Japan gonna have to try and generate some offense, and they just have not been sharp here in this game.
No, it's leading second positions that have allowed Switzerland to dictate the game and how the ends are panning out. Goaoke playing one superb shot in the fourth end to create a 2 for his side, but that's all they've been able to do in this game. And you've got to say that 2 was generated with a bit of a hit and hope shot.
Yeah, it was a good shot, but it's not one that you went down and I'm going to make this a double raise. It was a rub off another one, redirect, and can't take it away that he did make the shot, but not one that made a hit and roll, made a nice freeze, a double raise, and it came out of nowhere. He misses that. He's looking at a steal 1. Switzerland draws in a steal 2 without any hope of getting at him.
Goed kan zien, maar wenn er nog kan zien. Dat lijkt zo nee doen.
Oh, it just pulls up short of the house.
The stone did listen. I think they were trying to will it and tell that stone, stop, stop. Stops just shy of the rings.
Japan not allowed to remove that one. They can remove the one that's in the house if they can get enough of it.
Well, now an important stone in the end, really try and set things up. If you miss this, then you're chasing, which has been the case for Japan a lot in this game.
Well,
Well swept.
That's a great shot.
Well, let's go get rid of that guard. That's the danger one.
Yeah, that's the only one that can hurt Switzerland, really.
Yeah, well played. Gets rid of that guard. We'll look in Russia, Scotland, and Scotland with the hammer. Has that one back 12 and all the rings to work with. Always nice for a skip to have this option, and Bruce Moat knows he's going to be into the playoffs here. His first World Championship appearance. It's going to be in the playoffs, depending what happens. Could be with one of those top 2 seeds. Scotland, though, does have a tough finish. They play here against Russia, then they'll have Switzerland and China tomorrow. So of those one-loss teams, probably the hardest schedule.
Yeah, I think it probably is.
They know Canada does play Sweden, but their other games are not as difficult.
Yeah, we're talking about this
based on rankings.
Yeah, 4, 5, 6 in the ranking.
But that being said, Canada's still in a dogfight with the U.S., so.
Yeah, the US are really in a dogfight with Canada at the moment. They're tied at 3-3.
Well, and the US still has their eyes on a potential trying to win out and get into the playoffs. They're at 3-6.
6-6 might see you into the playoffs.
Way it's looking, there's a possibility that they look at those 4-loss teams that try to be in that position. Switzerland obviously hoping they don't fall to that 6 loss, but with 3 games remaining, they go 1-2, then 6 losses, definitely a possibility. Korea just outside with 5 losses. Russia is at 5-4, but trailing to Scotland right now. Should be a fun final day of round robin.
Yeah, Switzerland just running the guards off, running a few stones out. They don't need to go around the centre at all. They've already got themselves sitting one.
Here's a look at it with those 3 4-loss teams, 4, 5, and 6, Norway, Russia, and Switzerland. Korea 4, 5, and 5, just on the outside. Then Netherlands and the USA, if they both run the table, keep that 6 loss as a possibility. So 3 teams we know are in: Sweden, Canada, Scotland. Where they rank, still to be determined.
So Japan still going with this corner guard. I thought they might possibly try and come around the centre with this one, because you can still bail out and blank the end should you need to.
Well, Switzerland's changing their plan now. Asking Enrico Pfister put the guard up here. Saying, all right, let's go for it right now. You're going to try and play to the corner. We're going to make you come to the center.
I'd have thought that the guard was easier played on the in turn, the opposite handle to this. It's really a nothing guard, to be honest.
Halfway over curls, leaves that one and the corner. So now, can they get to that, Kenny, and tap and roll?
Yeah, I think they can come round at battering weight, just catch the yellow, back onto the red. The red would jump to the back 8 foot, and the shooting stone would roll down in behind the corner guard. Might be able to get it at hack weight.
はっきりバンパンなら3-3とかな。
Oh, real big shot. Masaki wide, try to get past the front, but won't. Will crash on the front. They choke off draw paths now.
Yeah, it's very difficult now on both hands. Yeah, I like them to come the end term this time. They know it's they know it's easier coming this hand. It's good that they've picked up on that.
They got away with their first guard attempt, so now it's, you know what, it's tough to keep it in that spot, throwing that out turn. Well, this one, I don't think it overcurls. It's be real tough to come through that hole. Well, let's slide over and take a look, and Netherlands got something going here against Norway. They're always giving up some big ends and got a little relaxed in some of their games. That they're up 4-2, but now Jaap van Dorp, chance to score 3.
Kult nog weinig. Kult weinig. Clean up. Kult veel.
Well, Netherlands knocked off Switzerland earlier, trying to continue their hopes alive, getting to the playoffs. They have to win out, hope things work out in their favor. In there for the 3, so they take the lead after 7-5-4. Hadn't even released it, and they were communicating that he was down.
Has he got past the top red? He has. Has he angled this one in? Well.
Right onto the top, across the face. This kid continues to make these circus shots. Kind of fitting he comes to Vegas to make these shots, putting on a show of his own.
Yeah, he's played some fantastic curling. They called the shot, though. That's exactly what they called.
Right across the face. Wow. Look, when they're like dead in the water, makes the raise take out. Lots of reasons to smile right now for the Japanese making that kind of shot. They just barely got past that guard. The red one out in front. So now Mark Pfister come around with the out turn.
I think they're maybe going to play the scoreboard and play the peel on the run.
Wenn der Draw schön bringen kann, er nicht pflücken wieder.
Ja, er müsste fast hier versteckt sein. Ja.
Unentschieden. Sonst einfach ein bisschen aussen.
Ja.
Schnell.
Ja.
I'm going to run this one back.
Well, both shot options, three. If you don't make the shot, there's a 3 potential. Here you try and just make sure you get rid of 1.
Okay. Ein bisschen aussen. Ja. Gut, das geht nicht so viel. Aber das ist ja da, wo ich gespielt habe. Ja, das ist gespielt. Ein bisschen aussen ist gut.
Well, this is a big shot, a 3-point lead. Full control of this game in this end. And then Go Aoki makes that angle raise, forcing Mark Pfister to make this raise back himself.
Well, he's played this with a lot of weight, and it's running straight.
He may not get anything. He will go over the top, and a drop for 3.
You see that quite a lot.
Wow.
People come out just trying so hard to make the shot. Just throw the normal weight that you're used to. The stone will do exactly the same. You up the weight, it's going to run straight, and that's exactly what happened there.
Yeah, even if you get rid of 1, you're giving up a 2, and you still have a 1-point lead playing the 8th end. Wow, did this end ever change on 1 shot? So a draw for 3 for Go Aoki. Set it up with his angle raise on his first. Kid's got some gusto with that as he draws in for the 3rd point, and we are all square. 6-6, Switzerland and Japan.
Back underway in this 8th end. Switzerland and Japan all square. Switzerland with last stone advantage. Japan just picking up 3 points in the 7th. Simon Kempler hasn't done much wrong at all in this game, and finds himself all square, totally out shooting his opposite number. Well, there's handshakes already. Russia falling 7-2 to Scotland. Scotland marching on. They're sitting top of the table. They are 9-1.
9-1, and they have Switzerland tomorrow and China to finish round robin. They'll be hoping, actually, if a Canadian lost tomorrow against Sweden, they have a chance to get into that 1-2 spot because they beat Canada. They'd hold that tiebreaker. Obviously, so many different circumstances that could go through, but Scotland, big win. You wouldn't know Bruce Mowat, a World Championship rookie. A little flop behind that long center line guard. Look at the comparison of numbers. Itaka Aoyama, 98% to Gempler, 75. Gempler a little lower than what you'd normally expect.
Well, Misato has obviously done something at the fifth line break. I don't know what it is, but he's actually making some shots now, and some very good shots.
Well, maybe had a discussion. Just try and relax a little bit out there. Probably relax a little more now, knowing they tied this game up.
That's a nice stone from Markey.
Look at those numbers. That's the struggles from Misato at 48% overall. Well, Markey, 0% on his draws. Only 2 of them, 75% overall.
Sato finds the top of the 8-foot.
Well, with the hammer deciding to peel the long guard now. So opens up all those stones in the house. How does Japan go about trying to force or steal here in 8?
Can they get to that red in the button on the in turn?
be interesting if they can sneak by that corner guard. Well, just protect the way it's at right now. Just put the guard up, knock those ones off as we look. Canada, USA, 3-3. It's the U.S. with the hammer, 7th end, and a draw to the 8-foot Craig Persinger. As this was Brad Gushu's final shot just before he hits and rolls too far, meaning the draw by Persinger to score that second point and make it a 5-3 game.
Look up, folks. You're good. Keep going. We're good.
This U.S. team started with a win in their first game against Japan. Lost 5 straight.
Be here by itself, all by itself.
But now draws in to go up 5-3 over Team Canada, who know they need to win to try and keep pace with Scotland and Sweden. Well, we got time. Let's look over Netherlands, Norway. A 3 by Netherlands to take the lead. Norway trying to bounce right back with 2 of their own. Stefan Wallstedt has the intern hit. Try and pick up a second point. Make it a 6-5 game. And no problem there for the Norwegians. They get their 2, so they have a 6-5 lead over Netherlands after 8 ends. We've had a wild back and forth game here in this one, but that Netherlands-Norway seems like it. And USA-Canada, lots of fun here in the building tonight. Dressed in all kinds of attire. Sakiawai try to get to it a little. Trying to hold to get the yellow to chip onto the red, but it's a bit of a pocket though at least. Switzerland lies 2. Look at the thirds, 93% to 64, Pfister over Hawaii.
Yeah, the danger stone is the yellow at the top of the 8-foot, not the one that's actually sitting in the 4. Might be worth just playing a hit in the yellow on the left, but they're going to ask Robert Hulleman to come down because they've called the timeout.
je sollte schon nicht hierher spielen, oder?
Es wäre gut, wenn wir Shooter behalten können.
Ja, ja.
Wir haben noch Chance für
Ich würde
3.
nicht schnell, Maximum ein 10 oder 11. Findest du den, Robby?
Der?
Da. Ja, schon legen wir hier die Nase.
So könnte man natürlich, weißt du, so. Und der hier bewegen noch.
Können wir auch probieren, ja.
Ja, aber
Vielleicht ein
fast
bisschen
besser.
im Fall.
Ja, genau.
Ja.
Da siehst du auch ganz
Ich sehe ihn
glauben.
ganz. Ein Selfie ging schon. Also so Hack.
Selfie, ja, wir würden sogar eine Szene. Eine Szene kannst du ein bisschen aussen. Und dann kommst du dem hier noch an. Und dann kommst du da hinten.
Haben wir 11 Nummer?
Du musst einfach 3/4 treffen, spielt keine Rolle.
Ja.
11.
10,5, 11.
Okay.
Ist gut?
Ist gut, ja. Ist gut.
Ja, gut. Da bringst du den, der klemmt hier. Da.
Well, so they are going to play the takeout on this yellow. I think they're trying to catch the red at the same time.
Just move that one back a little bit, or even if you lose it.
Yeah, even if you just skiff it to the back 8.
He's not trying to play it too cute around that top Yellowstone. Enrico Pfister.
Yep. 10,5. Gut, 10,5. Ja, ja. Ja, ja.
Oh, he's tight away there. This one, he's all over the top one.
I gotta hold it so they don't jam it on that one. Can they go through the hole? That turned ugly. Worst possible way they could have missed that was on that top one into that red. This one has swung momentum completely in Japan's favor now. Well, now it'll be Japan's turn. Take their time out.
ワンを守ってるね。
これこうあるの。
ダブルあるんだよ。まあ赤も多分ちょっと動くけど。ここでもまあ。ああそこいいんじゃない。
もう芯でダブられてるね。
ああこう。あでもこれ残るよ。
これはこっち。ちょっと押してもいいぐらいでここポツンといった。これもうざいよね、これね。うぜえな。これでこうできるなら一番いいんだよ。
Coach JD Lind with his tablet and spell it out using the diagram.
Number 1. Yes.
Again. タップバックでこう。
まあでもダブルされたよね。
こっちしてシューターこっち。
So he's already got it drawn out on the iPad of what they should do. Very clear instruction.
これただこれまあ。ここら辺ね。こうなって。
まあこれ芯でも大丈夫。
当たっても OK。
芯 OK？
A プランは前。
いや A プランこれで
押しで。
B プランがここ。弱かったらね。
インターン。
別に切れすぎたらさ、これこうでもいい。
We're still discussing
切れすぎたらね。まあ A プラン
what to do. I mean, JD Lynn's been down and explained what the call is.
ここでも OK。そう。ここでもそのままここでも。OK。近い。超いい。切れすぎるケースになりました。
That's the first of fourth stones. Go Aoki.
なんかいい気が6かな。そんな上で出さねえよこの大会。7ならもう前で調整するわ。6から7。
So come right in, look like come right into the pocket.
36ちょっと。いや。
ちょっとラインタイト。ラインタイト。あら今いいよ。ラインタイトいいよ。
ちょっと落ちた。
当てるよ。当てるよ。オッケー。イエス。
これで。
ナイス。はい。
A little heavy with this one.
Well, taps up their own. Still leaves that one right in front. It's a real good example of some of the technology that's available to teams now, and that with JD Lind coming out to diagram that, especially with language barriers and a team he hasn't worked with a lot.
Yeah, it was really a clear instruction what he was after. Potentially get everything moving out of this 4-foot area. You catch that top one, half stone.
We kunnen ze na später da mal drauf lassen.
Wat da jetzt nimmst hier, da raus, da läuft hier drauf. Wir legen hier.
Nein, dann nimmst du einen Graben, das ist nichts.
Einen Graben nehmen wir hier, Brille. Das ist nichts. Trifft auf 3. Das ist
nichts. Was ist, wenn wir das einfach ein bisschen tappen hier?
Den Schatten lassen.
Das ist verschissen, Mann. Den dürfen wir nicht verlieren, sage ich nicht.
Dann tust du noch ganz viel tappen, dass der hier bleibt und wir hier gerade vordran.
Ja,
das wäre der Beste.
genau.
Dass der hier am 4 Fuß bleibt, genau. Der hierher tappen.
Ja. Sonst will ich halt hierher und
ja. Hinter 4.
Well, a 6-6 game, important to score.
Yeah, it's the 8th end. Most teams like to score in the 8th end.
Hinter 4, genau,
ja.
Gerade wäre gut.
Ja.
Ai, du. Wat doet man? 60. Ja.
Ja, 60 musst du auch für hinten 4. Genau.
Hinter 4, hinter 8.
Ja.
Gut, 60.
They want to get past that top one.
Well,
look at the numbers of last stone throwers. Mark Pfister 77, Go Aoki 66.
yeah, not high stats in this game.
ちょっとこっちロールしないと全部出ないね。あれはそっち引っかかるからさ。はい、じゃあここガードしたら。ダメか。ああ、相手これが来るもんね。
Freeze the half, well, half corner freeze the red and the right would be the call for me.
これ来られて2点なんだよね。芯だとこいつこれが出ない気がするんで、ここまで下がればいいのさ。下げるんだったら少し外目に当てないといけないんだよね。こっちにこれ当てて、これ瞬間ここで止まる。あ、こうでいいんだよ。それでもいいと思うよ。ダブルで。
Well, time not an issue at this point. 10 minutes left for the Japanese, but they've used their timeout. Both teams have. Switzerland down to 9 minutes.
これはいい形だからな。いいよ。怖いね。ちょっと上げないとダメだね。
もし外出たらこれやっていい。
それでいいと。
赤2つでもいい。
まあこれがここ来てもいいんだからね。
いい。
オッケー。
アウトターンですか。
アウトね。火で。
これインターの方がいいと思うんだけどな。
So they're looking to hit and roll in front with this one. Just a quiet hit, try and sit in front. Remind your idea there too, Kenny. Just try to corner freeze that.
黄色です。
こっちからは無理か。
Yeah, just corner freeze, but they're electing to play the hit. Could turn ugly by doing this.
Well, the hit opens up more of the scoring area. Right now, you freeze it, closes it in.
このライン投げたことあるっけ？
超えたら落ちてくると思うけど。
最後多分ブーってくる。最初入った方がいい。
はい。いや、いいよ、時間あるからいいよ。時間かなりいいよ。
投げにくいなら逆でもいいと思う。
A lot of indecision.
前がいるから。
まあ、あんまでもあれ、あんま絡まないね。
Well, Skip does not know what to throw here. This is a little worrying. Go Aoki under a lot of pressure, lots of noise.
Now trying to make the hit, roll just a little across the face. Will sit in the forefoot.
Is there a shot for two now, though? There was no shot for two to start with.
They're hoping for just a short roll. There, can you come off that side one and just push that red out and keep you that red? Push the yellow out, keep the red.
Just don't think it's possible.
The problem is, if you try to, you might get some spin, and I don't think those yellows are going anywhere. You might spin back up, lose your back one. Could be a multiple point steal if you throw it and hit the wrong angle.
Genau, nou zijn we door aan je gauw Gempi.
Ja. Ja, klaar.
Looking at playing the nose hit to get their one. Not necessarily the cleanest eighth end that you'd want if you're Switzerland. So the last stone here of 8.
7-0.
Just trying to hit the pocket.
Oh, and we'll make that one go away. Shooter just counts, and it is a single point by Switzerland, but nervous moments. They retake the lead, 7-6 after 8. Well, it's been a fun evening here. Session 17, the 3-6-1 World Men's Curling Championship. You see the one game of final, Scotland beating Russia. Meanwhile, 7-6, Japan looked like they were on the verge, possibly being done early in this one. Switzerland, though, has a 7-6 lead. Go Aoki, though, the story of the night so far. He's made 2 unbelievable run backs that set up Deuce's one set up actually a 3, and that's 5 of their 6 points.
Yeah, Go Aoki really holding this Japanese team together.
Well, now gets into this 9th end. Switzerland wants to force. Japan would like to blank or score a 2. They decide after the centerline guard to come around. Switzerland surprisingly playing a hit at this as opposed to just trying to freeze.
Yeah, I thought they might have just come down and caught the edge. Well, that's caught the edge of the...
They'll end up playing a tick shot on their own guard.
And left the corner guard. That's a horrible stone.
You can just look at the body language of the difference in these two teams. Japanese team laughing and relaxed. Frustration from Switzerland. Very nice, and all of a sudden this one swung in Japan's favor. Will slide over Norway, Netherlands, as it is needing to move that red stone up. So you got to go yellow to red to push that one into the forefoot and tie this game up in 9. Ja, Van Dorp and Netherlands coming in their 2nd World Championship. Just the 3rd time a team from the Netherlands has played at a World Championship. And they'll just go bump, bump, push that one into the forefoot, and it's a single point. Norway, Netherlands all square at 6, heading to the 10th end. Norway with last stone.
Second pair, Raphael Marquis tried to run the corner back in, but caught it on the inside. So roll his shooting stone across to the right-hand side. So it's all not started this 9th end very sharp at all. Oh, this is a great drawing behind as well.
And those are very wide guards. They get perfectly in behind. Well, sometimes teams don't take enough ices. We'll look at all the scores here late in session 17. USA up 5-3 over Canada in 9. 6-6 Netherlands, Norway in 10. 7-2 Scotland beats Russia. And we are 7-6 playing the 9th end. Can you make this double and try and roll over to the side?
You may be able to play this round the house, but has it caught anything?
Just catches enough to make that double. But for a while, they weren't making any contact.
もうね、いやコントね、まあ気持ち早めでも OK です。いや、コントロールだよ。外行ってる。外だな。いや、帰ってくるんだよ。スクイズでもいいな。ちょっと早い。Okay. Yeah.
So nose hit, lie 2. And Kenny, let's look at these standings. Scotland winning, so they're 9-1 along with Sweden. Canada right now 8-1, sitting half game back. Then the 4 lost teams, Norway and Switzerland, trying to keep pace, stay with the leaders. Then Korea and Russia at 5-5. That's the cut line right now, but 6 not out of it yet.
Yeah, Netherlands are still in it. USA are still in it.
It's on the women's. First time, this is the first year of 13 teams. 6 losses did make it into the women's playoffs. It's Team USA just getting in the end with a 6-6 record. China, though, on the women's side, didn't make it in with a 6-6 record. No tiebreaker draws, so if it comes down, it goes head-to-head records is important. Your draw shot challenge before every game is important.
Japan making a nice hit and roll, getting some separation between the 2 stones. There's no double there now. This looks like a stick on 2 for Japan, and that would give them the opportunity to take the lead in this matchup from being 4-1 down.
4-1 down, 6-3. And even felt like it was a more lopsided score than that. The deuce came out of nowhere for Japan in the 4th end, the 3. Even more unthinkable in the 7th end.
Well, all Switzerland can do now is just play the takeouts and hang around.
Just see if they can get a half shot. Skip stones, you get a half shot out of Go Aoki. Give yourself an opportunity maybe to get out of this with a force. But gonna need a mistake.
Yep.
Well, this one's beginning to move.
Really hard just to try and make contact. It'll roll away. How hard does Japan go? Do you go try and tuck another one around those wide ones?
Absolutely. Go after it.
They made it nice earlier in the end, that one top 12 foot.
そうだよ。
あ、まあいいや、もう逆に見るけど、あ、タッチ。あ、そうそうそうそう、オッケーオッケー。オッケーオッケーオッケーオッケー。6から7。6、7。
Go Aoki. Sweeper's indicating that this one's heavy.
Well, hopefully they're hoping it takes some of that curl. Going to the wing. That one comes down back 12 foot. Looked like you could see enough.
Yeah, Mark Pfister's going to play the freeze. A risky call.
Well, look, from that vantage point, it's pretty much the look that we have sitting right behind the sheet, and it looks like there's an opening for it to draw in or to hit it and just concede the 2. But this, a freeze, would basically get a force. So taking that risk, knowing you give up a 3, you're down 2 in the 10th end. Well, Mark Pfister just letting the crowd maybe die down a little bit here, knowing the importance of this shot.
This was a long way to curl.
Got to curl a lot to get to that wing.
Looks a little heavy as well.
Comes down, just bumps it a little bit, and there's now a chance at 3.
He knows that's a big, big mistake.
So the draw was good enough and forced the Swiss to chase them. Go Aoki, opportunity to score 3 in this 9th end and take a 2-point lead into the 10th end. Sakiawai wanted to keep the speed going on this because it knew it didn't have the line to get that little bit of a bounce, and that little bounce, I think, has opened it up. Just quiet wait here. The 18-year-old youngest player in the field, a chance here, their second 3 in the second half of the game. Waits a little up.
This looks very nice.
Gotta let it try and make that move. Gotta get to the nose. Look at that. Wow. Go Aoki. Second 3 in 3 ends. And an 9-7 lead going to the 10th end against Switzerland. What a game.
Ja, det är fel, de måste. Kan du väl trycka? Och de har för klut.
Absolut horror.
Well, this has been one. I'm not even sure of the word to describe this one, Kenny. A 9-7 game. Japan leading Switzerland. The 3-6-1 World Men's Curling Championship 2018. Japan a 2-point lead heading to the 10th end. 5th end break, you would have told me this. I probably would not have believed you.
I think you'd have taken a bet in it anyway.
Yeah. Might have went all in the other way.
Yeah, Japan just turned the screw in the second half of the game.
It all really swung in that 7th end. The angle raise. Go Aoki. He made that, and Mark Pfister was playing the draw, went and changed his mind, played the run back and missed it, upped his weight, missed the run back altogether, gave up 3, and everything has been going the way of Japan late. So the corner guard here in this 10th end as we'll look in. Canada-USA. Greg Persinger jammed one on his first, meaning Gushu had a chance to lie 3 for Canada, but he comes back with a double with his last, and now Brad has this to tie up the game.
Yeah, Canada just hanging on to the US at the moment.
Canada knows where the standings are and what it means to be in those top 2 seeds going straight to the semifinals. Canada at 8-1, right behind Scotland and Sweden, as he'll get the deuce for Team Canada. So 5-5 to the 10th. The U.S. with the hammer. U.S. 3-6 still has life here at the championship. Greg Persinger playing 79%, Brad Gushu 74% in that game. Brad Gushu, the world champion. So the 2 corners go up here in this 10th end. Let's see how well Japan can defend. They've been sort of in chase mode for most of the game. Now they have a lead to defend.
So relaxed out there.
Yeah, laughter. I wonder if Switzerland feeling, coming in with a 5-4 record, feeling in the playoff situation, need a win. Koji Nisato got off to a horrendous start in this game, but he's picked it up of late, and part of the reason they're back to...
Yeah, he is the reason they're back in this game. He's played some great shots in this second half of the game. Some freezes, some nice hit and rolls. Just to ask the question of Switzerland.
Well, trying to stack the 2 corners on the one side. Well, that's 2 clean peels for Nisato. Switzerland trying to work their way to generate a deuce. They've done it 3 times in this game.
Backline! Backline! Yep! B-line! Backline! Backline! Yep! 12! Zet net hoe er al aan moet. In de 12, backline.
Near back. Okay, good. It's good, so.
Right.
できればステイでもいい。
Well, Mark Pfister has to be thinking, I got to try and generate my 2 here. Let this one slip away. Mistakes by the Swiss. Japan will peel that one out.
On with the sweeping pretty early.
Well, we'll roll that one away. It is Japan lying 3, but there's a wall, some stones they can freeze to now.
Ja, nicht groß. Schon einmal ganz so viel. Aber schon auch drauf. Ja.
A little nest, they might be able to generate a 2 out of this.
I'm trying to use those stones. Little bounce.
Still enough separation between them two to spray everything.
We'll look in Netherlands, Norway, 10th end tie game. It is Netherlands lying 2, 1 half in the 8-foot in the top, 1 half in the 8-foot in the back. Stefan Valstead coming in 6-4 record, trying to move to 7-4. Last game will be against Korea tomorrow. Trying to get themselves one step closer, and it has to stop. Buder Husgen's unable to sweep that one past. It stops in time, and it is a Norway win, 7-6. So Netherlands drops their 7th game, pretty much eliminates them from playoff possibility.
Linie clean. 57. Linie ist gut. Linie gut. Vorne führen. Linie. T-Line. Vorne führen. T-Line. T-Line. Linie von Kur. T-Line enger führen. Enger führen. T-Line. Muss man kommen. Ja, Trillo. Trillo.
Well, Nico Pfister swings one round.
Try the run back, do freeze down on the corner. First of 4th stones, go Aoki.
ランバックとかちょっともうね危険な気する。2点簡単に取れると思うよ。2点でもここまあもちろんいいんだけど、もそれよりもミスってだからこことかになっちゃうとまだ3点パターンになっちゃう。だからまあ内側でもストロールできるから大丈夫。
Well, looks like decision. They're going to try the run back, but it's one if you miss, you want to peel that one off. We will look in, though. USA, Canada, 5-5. That's the situation. Canada lies 2, top of the 12-foot. Draw it to the 8-foot. Or better for Greg Persinger and Team USA to knock off Canada. Keep any chances of playoffs alive. Also hand Canada their 2nd loss. They've had a multiple number of stones where they've had draws to either tie or win games for Team USA.
Okay, Colin, get ready. No, don't carve it.
Just guiding this one in. Crowd will tell you.
Big upset, that one.
Huge.
USA keeping themselves alive.
They're 4-6 now, USA. It's a big game, big day tomorrow. Well, the crowd got everything and then some in that game over there, but still a lot here left. Mark Pfister looking for the hit to lie 2. Well, knows they're pretty even.
Yeah, that'd have generated a nice 2 out of this. Goeoki just looking for a hit. Maybe a half roll behind the yellow.
Trying to just make it tough to score the 2. Hit, make the little roll away, make it as tough as possible. Shot stone.
Well, doesn't quite make the roll. So it's a straightforward nose hit for 2 from Mark Pfister to take this into free curling. Extra end time.
So the outturn hit here for Mark Pfister to generate their 4th deuce of the game. You'd think that would be enough to win a game. But this to force an extra end. And he looks spot on, right on the nose, so why not? Well, let's have some more fun here tonight. 9-9. We will play an extra end. Switzerland, Japan, but Japan has the hammer in the extra.
やべえちょっと広めにとってまあ外にもちゃんと出すわ
案外帰ってこないんだよな。
インターンですかあいいよいいよどっちも
疲れたしっかり勝ちに行こう。1本目ミスったら2本目カバーでいいんじゃない？
オッケー
そうだね。かまして前から。
Well, this has been a wild one. Look at that line score. 4 deuces for Switzerland, a deuce and a pair of 3s. A 9-9 score here, the 3-6-1 World Men's Curling Championship. Luke Coley, Kenny Edwards. This has been a wild one.
Yeah, it has been wild. It's
Been a wild one in the crowd as well with the other games going on. Well, final game out on the ice. At least I won't have to worry about the cheers chants back and forth in any of their stones now. Simon Gempler start with the high centerline guard.
Yeah, that's the, if you are going to go for the steal, the high centerline guard's the way to do it. If you throw the tight one, the opposing team can just knock you into the 12-foot. It's a lot easier tick shot to just bump you into the 12-foot from something that's only a couple of feet short. They are attempting the tick shot, but
go well by Yutaka Aoyama. Goes right through. So an opportunity to get the second centerline guard out from front for Switzerland.
Trying to get some separation between them stones. Would have liked that another 2 or 3 feet further forward to make the double a lot harder.
Well, there's a bit of an angle too to make that double peel. Japan has the hammer. And right now, Team USA, who comes out with that win, is a big fan of the Japanese, because it means there's more options for them to try and get into that playoff positioning. They're 4 and 6. US has China and Switzerland, so that could be an interesting final round robin game.
It's a really nice drop in behind.
Well, they want to go around that stone. Make the decision if it's going to be a little bit light, that you can still freeze to the top one. Well, they do come down to it, play the little tap. Keep a good angle on that one. They want to try and get a couple if they can. Make sure of one, and they'll take the top one off. Switzerland does have 10 steals for them throughout the week so far. Japan's given up 9 steals. In fact, they still got some guards out front, the guard out front. They'll tap it just past to the top of the button.
That's a really nice shot.
Etwas gemacht dann?
Ha? Nein, das haben wir jetzt gar nicht.
45.
Schon? Ja, das ist schon gut.
Schon ruhig, gell?
Ja, ja.
Koji Nisato make the double. Very nice right back. He struggled early, but it doesn't matter. You make shots like that in the extra end. That'll make up for it. Koji Nisato. Switzerland has the guard out in front. Enrico Pfister. First of third stones.
I like him to come around these yellows. Thought he might maybe try and bump something back.
Well, they're not going to get by, so I kind of agreed with you, Kenny. You bump it back, you give something to move now. Seeing the amount of swing. Enrico Pfister knows how important and fitting on a night where they put the king of swing, Shorty Jenkins, into the World Curling Hall of Fame. It over curls. Right on the nose. Little bump. Sit on the corner.
That's exactly the call. Look, just bump that one on the left-hand side to the back of the forefoot and roll your shooting stone in on top of that yellow on the right. Just corner freeze that.
Switzerland calling a timeout. Do get an extra a timeout. Clean slate here in this extra end.
Daar moest nog maar heel zitten terug. Daar moest hij net doen. Niet zo snel. Ja, niet slecht. Ja. Staat langs zit terug. Hier. Dat is gewoon met hem. Dat vliegt. Achterkant.
Af en toe de doppel machen.
Ja. Goed, dat zal zeggen.
Der Büster ist nun gau. Wenn die zwei da sind, kommst du schnell wieder machen.
Vielleicht geht er sogar, weißt du, so ein bisschen Spint. So.
Ja,
das spinnt sowieso.
Das spinnt van sicher.
Das spinnt sowieso. Das muss einfach weit runter hier.
Genau. Die Frage ist, wie weit das da geht.
Ja. Gut, es wäre nicht mal schlecht, wenn er dahinter wäre irgendwo.
Ja.
Aber wir müssen auch schon schießen, oder?
Dass wir da mit dran herkommen.
Wenn es 9, weißt du, so.
Ja, galt einem der Guard. Nehmen wir kein Guard auf. Wer liegt so mal?
Ich glaube, wir müssen beide wegnehmen.
Dann können wir dann mit dem Finger auf aussen.
Oder er tut Guard auf, je nachdem.
Ja.
Aber dann können wir nicht etwas
Dann
hindern.
können wir etwas hindern, ja. Das ist ja hier wie ein Guard, das hier bitte. Das ist auch hier. Probieren zu behalten.
Wie schnell haben wir das? 8?
Nein, 9. Längstens. Dann musst du zuerst dem ankommen.
Ja. Mit
9
so. Ja.
Quite possibly going to try and hit the one on the left, bounce off the one on the right. I'd be worried that the shooting stone would spin out the top of the house.
Get lots of spin on this. Like we were on the same page to play a quieter way, keep that one around. Be a catcher, make life difficult for Japan. Well, I gotta try and get to the inside of this one. Hit. Just go in between. But rolled a hair too far. That would have hung out a little bit touching the center line. They would have had some angle on it. Well, we've seen all the other games finish up, and this game has huge playoff implications. Now, Switzerland at 5-4 win, they can stay close to Norway, and avoid falling back into that 5-loss pack, with the U.S. lurking right now in 8th place at 4-6 after their big win against Canada. 3 full sessions tomorrow. Get the scenarios out.
AY peels the guard.
Yeah, it's a nice ability to be able to go and peel that one out. They still have the 4-foot.
Sånn. Hold. Ja, fast något under. Gör bara.
Ja, vi ska så att smalt koppel heter men om här. False, var så poäng. False.
Kan nog rad om och det kan inte någon hänger där.
Vi proberar bara så här.
Ja.
Så på försvinner allt halvträff med där man.
Well, skip stones and
Ganz weit über weg. Ja, Fuß über.
a little surprised playing with the broom here, playing the hit.
Yeah, a little surprised, but they've got their own ideas.
Well, with no guards, it's going to be tough to try and get a steal. Is Japan lying one?
Lina out! Oh! Lina out! Yeah! 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 Yeah!
Trying to remove both the yellows.
Well, and they won't be able to remove both. They still leave shot stone. If you blast those in the 4-foot.
Yeah, blast the ones in the 4-foot. They're going to call the timeout. But I think JD Lind will come straight down and just say hit.
Blow them up.
Yeah. You might even spray that red that's on top of the yellow towards the red out wide.
It's going to leave an open look for a draw or a hit for the win.
And that's all you want as a skip.
Comes JD Lind again. He'll have it all laid out. I think it's an idea what he'll say. Yeah, extra end of a game at a World Championship, and the Japanese team's laughing at a fan yelling JD in the crowd.
シューターごと3ついっちゃってもいいするけどね。
今ドロー今最後ストーンメビー同じシャン。今ドロー練習である。
プラクティス？本番。
ここでもいいし。
It's okay. T is okay. It's back. Chip okay. Okay.
Kind of surprised at this, that they JD not recommend play the.
Yeah.
Or just that's what they were thinking, so just going along the same lines as them.
Just smash the 2 stones in play. A lot of risk with this shot. You come half on top of the red, then there's a draw round in behind.
You go to the side of the forefoot, they make a hit and roll, and you got to draw the button.
Yep.
僕の止まるんでどうならいくか。まあ6から7で見るわ。
You don't want to be deep with this. First of fourth stones, go Aoki.
Well, he's just chipping the top one. And, well, Mark Pfister could get to the back of the forefoot.
Yeah, if he wraps and overberries. Is it a thought where he played that to maybe think he may not have to throw his last to try and win it without force Mark Pfister to make the tough shot?
That's exactly what that call was. Tells me they're just not that confident.
Yeah, this.
Well, he's called the hit. The only way to play the hit is if you catch this a hair inside her nose at control weight, push the red into the forefoot and roll your shooter half checked on top of the yellow. But it's higher risk.
Yeah, the draw I thought you could get around and even just split centerline back forefoot.
Just show half around, ask the question. You might not ask the question after this.
Well, Mark Pfister needs to get shot stone here in this extra end. Comes in 5 and 4. Oh, really gotta cross it a little bit. Get shot stone, cornered behind. And that one in the forefoot. Decision, draw full forefoot. Or do you see enough to throw the hit to try and go back and... I'll see what the 18-year-old is made of here now as they decide what to play. And is going at the hit. He's can't get completely to nose on this one because of that overlap. Mark Pfister may put that in a great spot. As good as he could have made that shot. So the final shot here. This extra end have to hold this one now. Can't touch that red. Pushes it back. Do they have it far enough? They won't, and it's going to be a steal for the win for Switzerland here in 11. A 10-9 victory for Switzerland. Find a way to come back after giving up the lead late in this game. 10-9. What a big win for Switzerland to move to 6 and 4. While Japan drops to 3 and 8, a heartbreaker for them. Smiles now with some nerves late for Switzerland. Well, 7th end in the start of a comeback for Japan. First rock, go Aoki. The out turn, angle raise. Plays it delicately, just get by the front. Cross the face, tap that one back to Lai 2. Looked like they had a steal going for Switzerland. And after a missed run back by Mark Pfister, draw to the house and a chance at 3 to tie the game up. Right down into the rings for the 3. 10th end, and trying to find a way to force an extra end, generate their 2. The come around on Enrico Pfister set up this, the hit for 2. Mark Pfister in a tie game, heading to an extra. And after a little hit through the hole and roll, it's a short little raise, but you got to avoid that redstone. Go Aoki. Just touches the red and doesn't have enough to push that redstone back. And it is a steal for the win for Switzerland. 10-9 the final. Here's the other scores from session 17. U.S. an upset win over Canada 6-5 in that one. Norway 7-6 over the Netherlands. And Scotland wins 7-2, knocking off Russia. Well, that was our feature game. Switzerland beats Japan 10-9 in that extra end. We look at the standings coming in. And now we know Norway has clinched as well. So 4 teams have clinched: Scotland, Sweden, Canada, then Norway. Switzerland is at 6-4. Then Korea, Russia at 5-5, while the U.S. lurking right behind at 4-6, a game out. China, Italy, Netherlands at 3-7, Japan 3-8, and Germany rounds out the field at 1-9.
Mark, what a win that was.
Yeah, amazing. Another tight game, another extra end win. It's another steal. It's amazing.
Were you a little surprised at how Japan fought back after being 4-1 up and 6-3 up?
Yeah, we struggle a bit with our runbacks and throw weights. Maybe we are a little bit nervous about the crowd, and yeah, it was really loud inside. Yeah.
Talking about the crowd, how was it with that amazing atmosphere?
Unbelievable. Sometimes too loud. The crowd's going crazy. The US crowds and the Canadian crowds, they push another up, and that's extremely loud.
Well done, you're still alive in the competition. Good luck.
Thank you, thanks.
Well, Switzerland with a big win for Kenny Edwards, myself, Luke Coley. Thanks for tuning in. The 3-6-1 World Men's Curling Championship 2018. Thank you guys very much. That was a wild one.